Let's begin with geography of Singapore. Singapore is located in Southeast Asia. This country stands between Malaysia and Indonesia, with Malay to the north and Indonesia to the south of Singapore. The country consists of mainland called Pulau Ujung Islands and other 62 smaller islands with total area of 728.3 square kilometers. For governing or politics system, Singapore adopts parliamentary republic system. The system divides the power into three sectors. First, the legislature, that is led by the president. Second, the executive, which is led by the prime minister. The last power is in judiciary sector. Talking about economic, Singapore is a high-income economy, which is one of the strongest in Southeast Asia. The country is also considered as one of the lowest in terms of unemployment rate. Because of this, Singapore has one of the highest percentage of millionaires. Regarding the culture, the descendants of Singaporeans are mainly Chinese, which make up to 75% of the total population. Some other Singaporean ancestors also came from Malaysia and India. Currently, Singapore has a total population of 5.69 million people. This country stands on one of the highest life expectancy of 82 years. The majority of citizens in this country practice Buddhism as the main religion, followed by Christianity, Islam, Taoism, and Hinduism. Singapore cuisine is famous for their chicken rice, roti prata, and bak kut teh. For the second part, I'll talking you through the 5 pillars of Singapore Green Plan. For city in nature, the city planner planned to build another 200 hectares of natural park. With these, every household will have a park just 10 minutes away from their house. They will plant another 1 million trees and find the solution to make human and wildlife live together in harmony. Moving to sustainable living, Singapore plans to achieve high recycling rate with water and waste recycled. They also plan to reuse waste sent to the landfill by 30%. In addition, Singapore will try to change the habit of using water and reduce the water usage by 10%. With the third pillar of energy reset, Singapore will quadruple the amount of deployed solar system compared to what they have today. With the help of smart LED light and solar system, the energy consumption will be dropped by 15%. Furthermore, 80% of all buildings in Singapore will be green. With this efficient energy usage, the domestic greenhouse gas will be decreasing at least 3 million tons per year. To be successful with fourth pillar, which is green economy, Singapore will introduce a new enterprise sustainability program to help the investors to adopt green and sustainable development. They want to become a leading center for green finance in Asia and the globe with the resilient financial sector. Singapore will also promote homegrown innovation by attracting research and development teams on sustainable living to anchor in their region. The last pillar is resilient future. The campaign of Singapore's sustainable development will last a century starting from now. To protect the region from future rise of sea level, Singapore will build a physical defense. Singapore will also fight against the heat in their city by increasing greenery in their region.
Because Singapore is adopting a regional plan that involves in every sector, there are many challenges relevant to the 5 key pillars of the plan. However, I would like to mainly focus on the challenges which are more concerned to human well-being. The challenges are related to sustainable living, sustainable water management, food security, energy reset, and clean environment. First of all, it is related to a sustainable living. Singapore is trying to ensure a sustainable living for their citizens with the aim of promoting well-being for all at all ages, as well as healthy lives. But the government may need to increase healthcare expenditure. Since Singapore has an aging population that will require heavy investment in health promotion, early vaccination, and screening for diseases. Regarding sustainable water management and sanitation, Singapore has been facing some challenges because nowadays Singapore is importing water from Malaysia using local catchments for national taps, which are dependent on rainfall and relying on turning seawater into drinking water through desalination. But when the dry weather comes, it may threaten the water supply from these sources. One more thing, the proportion of non-domestic water use is expected to increase from 55% of water demand today to 70% by 2060. That would need the cooperation from non-domestic sectors to lower water consumption, as well to improve rates of recycling without compromising economic growth. Regarding food security, Singapore would like to enhance the food security, but what it faces is that the country has such a rapid urbanization and industrialization on a global scale, which is now threatening the farming and food production sectors. For instance, changes in frequency and severity of droughts and floods could pose challenges for farmers in sustaining their crop yields. Warmer waters could also disrupt ecosystems, threatening fishery supplies. Moreover, Singapore's growing population and middle class will increase demand of food consumption, putting additional stress on the food supplies in the country since less than 1% of the land is used for agriculture and most of the food is imported. That would make Singapore vulnerable to experience the fluctuations in food supply and prices, as well as the overseas food safety incidents. Talking about the energy research, Singapore aims to use cleaner energy and increase the energy efficiency to lower carbon footprint, but Singapore has limited renewable energy options, provided with most of the electricity generated using natural gas. Plus, Singapore has no hydro resources, wind speeds and wind tidal range are low, and geothermal energy is not economically viable enough. More than this, traditionally, most natural gas is imported from Indonesia and Malaysia through pipelines. Also, the government needs to ensure a conducive regulatory environment that facilitates power generation investment for the future. Another challenge is that with limited land and geography, available resources, technology options, and other domestic considerations, Singapore is faced with constraints on the ability to deploy alternative energy. Singapore's small size and high urban density limits the extent to which large amounts of alternative energy can be commercially deployed. Where solar energy is the most promising renewable energy option, competing land uses and high cloud cover mean that Singapore is not able to generate sufficient baseload electricity from solar based on current technologies. Last but not least, Singapore's green plan is to reduce carbon emission and to keep the environment clean, provided with saving resources and energy efficiently. But in 2017, Singapore generated about 7.7 million tons of waste. The amount of waste generated is expected to increase in tandem with population and economic growth. The household recycling rate was 21% in 2017. At the same time, Singapore manpower constraints limit the resources available for the waste management industry. Moreover, improper disposal of e-waste could lead to environmental pollution and be detrimental towards human health. It is also a waste of a precious natural resource. Currently, e-waste in Singapore is recycled on a voluntary basis by businesses and consumers. Typically, only e-waste of high residual value is traded in or sold, while e-waste of lower residual value is disposed of along with general waste for incineration. To sum up, this video has divided into two main parts. That the first part is about Singapore general information consisting of its geography, politics, economic, people, and culture. Last but not least, the second part mainly talks about the newest plan which was just adopted, and it is mainly presented by introducing the 5 key pillars of the plan and its challenges to achieve the plan's goals. Thank you.